Let me teach you everything about bee nests and beehives. To start off, bee nests can be found naturally in the world in one of these biomes. The meadow, which is this one over here, has the highest chance to contain a bee nest, which according to the internet is actually 100%. The bee nests can also be forced to grow if you really want to. For this, you will need an oak, birch, or cherry sapling, as these are the only ones that can generate a bee nest. Once you get your sapling of choice, you need to place a flower within 2 blocks of the sapling. This has to be on the same Y level, so it can be lower, it can be higher, it needs to be on the same level as the sapling is. The flower can be any, even maybe a cactus flower or a wither rose, all of them would work for this. Just to make it easier, these are all the blocks where you can put a flower for the bee nests to still generate. Once that's done, you can bone meal your sapling or just wait for it to grow naturally. There is about a 5% chance to get a bee nest, so if you need a lot of them, it's recommended to use a lot of saplings and flowers just like this, because the more you plant, the bigger the chance that you will get one is. I actually got really lucky here and I got the bee nest on my second sapling of the row, so that usually doesn't happen, but it can happen if you're really lucky. A bit of a niche thing that I discovered is that the mangrove tree grown from a propagule does not need a flower nearby to generate a bee nest. However, the chance of it is very low, and it's about 1%. For reference, this is how many trees I had to grow just now in order to get that bee nest. So I don't feel like it's really worth it, unless you want to make a challenge for yourself. In order to obtain the bee nest, you will have to break it with a tool that has silk touch. This can be any tool as long as it has silk touch on. As a point of reference, the axe is the fastest tool to mine it. If you are going to try to break it with a tool that has no silk touch or just with your fist, it will drop nothing and the bees around it will actually get angry at you and sting you, which will also poison you if you play on normal or hard difficulty. Each spawn bee nest will have either 2 or 3 bees, depending on your luck. Now that you have the bee nests and the bees working away, you can now start getting honey bottles and honeycomb. The honeycomb will be required for the next step. Now that we've covered the bee nest, let's cover the beehive, which is a bit more simple and short. They both have the same function and properties, which is for the bees to make honey in. However, the beehive can only be crafted and can't be found in the world. To craft one, you need 6 wood planks and 3 honeycomb. The wood planks can be either different or all the same, it won't matter because the beehive will still be craftable. In order for the honey to generate inside, the bees have to have access to flowers which they can pollinate, and then be able to return to the nest or hive to convert the pollen. Each time the honey level changes, there's going to be a visual representation both on the nest and the hive, so you'll be able to tell without breaking any blocks and just by looking at them. Once the honey is full, the nest or the hive will change its appearance and will have honey oozing down from the bottom. This will only happen if there is at least 1 empty block under the hive. The honey bottles and honeycomb can be collected in 2 ways. The first one is by the player. You will need an empty glass bottle for honey bottles and a shears for honeycomb. Before harvesting, don't forget to put a campfire under them, or else the bees will attack you like we showed previously. The campfire can be placed up to 5 blocks below the campfire, so the smoke still reaches the hive or the nest. So you could have them displayed pretty much like this and the bees still won't attack you. As a side note, the bees can sometimes fly into the campfires and take damage. So to prevent that, you can put a trapdoor or carpet on top of it, or just surround them like this, so they won't be able to get inside. Now that you are all prepared, you can right click with your shears to get 3 honeycomb, or right click with your glass bottle to get 1 honey bottle. Also, you will get the Be Our Guest advancement if you didn't get it yet. Once collected, the beehive or nest level will drop back to 0. The second method is by using a dispenser loaded either with glass bottles or shears. The technique is the same and will output the same results. However, this can be automated, so it won't require player interaction and the bees won't get angry. And that's pretty much everything about beehives and bee nests. If you think I missed anything, do let me know down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, I do appreciate all your support. If you enjoyed the video, do leave a like and share your thoughts below, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. Until next time, happy crafting!